All right, we'll call this next one a little double play question combo. Dean Julia has the first part. I'm not giving up on the position in its entirety yet, but if there's a scenario where it's June and one of Acuna or Baty are down because they weren't hitting and the other is up with McNeil and none of the three are hitting, could you see them look to upgrade at the deadline? And then Bobble Mets, what on earth are the Mets going to do with Brett Baty? Mendy is always finding excuses to praise him, but his time is up, right? So it's not because Jeff McNeil's not back.
Right.
But the hourglass is quickly emptying out of sand, Joe.
No question. The hourglass has been flipped and it's going at a rapid rate. I just want to say it's not finding excuses to praise. That is just sports. Coaches, managers in any sport, they're not just going to, they're not going to just go on a press conference and be like, you know what? Brett Baty stinks. Like, I know that's what fans say and what fans want to hear, but the reality is they're analyzing this and trying to find a way to improve what Brett Baty has done, or any player. It's not just him. As far as trading for somebody, man, that's a tough one. I don't think anything should necessarily be ruled out if we're thinking about buying at the trade deadline, as you're trying to maximize your chance to win a World Series. If you're buying at the deadline, that's kind of the point of doing it. But between McNeil, Baty, Acuna, maybe Ronnie Mauricio, as you mentioned earlier in the show, they have to be able to find like playable second base numbers from one of those four options that would be able to prevent them from having to issue assets to go get a second baseman elsewhere. So I don't know how much I would look at it as a true upgrade opportunity at the deadline, but you know, it's funny to look at this, Connor. We're doing this mailbag and we're talking about, Mets won 5 in a row. They're 7-3 through 10 games. And we're just looking at the deadline and next offseason. I appreciate how forward thinking we are.
Yeah. We're responsible for a lot of this.
Yeah, a little bit. It's partially our fault, but at the same time, let's ride this wave. And I think ultimately they're going to find playable second base production from somebody. The unfortunate part here is I just can't tell you who that's going to be.
I agree. I don't think they're going to make a big move at second base. The name I'd be watching if this team went in the absolute toilet and after the Vladdy deal, they just don't think they're going to pay him. Can you get Bo Bichette as a rental and ride out the second half of the year at second? I know he plays short because they're an American League team, so you could match as trade partners. But the Blue Jays aren't a bad team. I don't think they're going to be sellers at the deadline, even if they're on the fence about getting Bichette back in free agency or letting him go. It feels like we're just a long ways away from that conversation.